Today I've got a brand new bass VST for you guys to check out that's not just pre-rendered samples. Now I know that might not sound too groundbreaking to a lot of people out there, but it feels like a lot of VSTs coming out recently are just samples that are pre-rendered beforehand that are loaded into basically just a sampler. In which case from there you just play around on your keyboard and it just plays the individual sample over and over again. Now there's nothing inherently wrong with this kind of VSTs, in fact I've actually got a few myself, but there's something there that's left to be desired if you really like to dial in your sounds, and today I've got a great VST to check out, simply called Subfactory by Air Technology. Subfactory is a synth for creating industrial strength bass sounds, which lets you combine and adjust different wavetables together, play around with the filter, envelope, mixer, and so much more to create a bunch of different bass sounds. And of course to make it a bit more plug and play, there's also a bunch of presets loaded there as well. So let's dive into that right now. So here's the track that we'll be working with today. So let's go ahead and load up Subfactory right here, and this is the bass line that I chose. And again, one thing I do love about this plugin right now is that we're not just loading up different samples and playing them, we're actually playing with the oscillators, the different wavetables here, and creating the sound via synthesis. And on this particular preset, the Funk Bounce, we've got two different wavetables and the Saw variety and the MG Square PWM. But we can also load in a sample here, which is not even going to be in use here. There is no sample loaded up on this preset. But we can do that by going on over to the sample right here, and then we could choose a different sort of sound. For example, let's load up a kick, which right now, you might barely be able to hear that. It's because over on the cutoff over here with the LFO, the attack was pretty high, so let's go and get that on out like that. So now we can hear that kick kind of peak out a bit more at the beginning with the transient. But we can add something like white noise. Add some more texture in there. Kind of cool, actually. We can load up some different 808s as well. Or even get some different 808 loops. Those can last for an indefinite amount of time. They're going to be looping upon itself to create a virtually infinite 808. Which we can also change up that pitch over here, even up to 2 octaves. Now, definitely not my sort of taste here, but you can definitely do that. But now going back over to the sub-tab, we've got 2 different wavetables that we can combine and get some pretty unique different results. From analog, digital, hybrid, harmonic, and vowels. Hybrid, let's try out like spectral too. See, now this is a completely different sound than what we had before, and something that I don't think would fit the current genre that I'm making for this track, but this sounds very metallic. It's something you could use in like an EDM track or anything like that. But hey, it's your music, do whatever you want. Go through some different presets over here. Stick to 808s. Very rich. Could we go for something like drill? A little more like creative over here. This one's very deep. Fits very well. See, I turned up both A, B, and the sample all the way up, and now it sounds like it's hitting quite a bit better. Very simple, easy to understand settings over here to really manipulate and dial in the sounds that you want, while still giving you the flexibility of using wavetables as opposed to samples. And we've only gone through a few different categories here for the presets. Let's try out something in the synth. Really cool, really good stuff. Ooh. Again, not for my kind of track here, but this would fit like an 80s track pretty well, I think. Very aggressive. That resonance is really altering the shape. Check out morph. Use that at your own discretion. I like that. And I'm jumping around quite a bit more than usual here on this VST, but I'm going through the things that I think are very unique and things I like with the plugin. Here's the mix for the filter. Can we automate that? I think that we can, right? Go down like this. That's pretty sick. Just one cool little use case here that I found out. We can change up the LFO over here, change up the pitch, if we want that to increase in pitch or decrease in pitch. Turning up the mix on the pitch over here, and then altering the hold. See how it changed up quite a bit like that? That was kind of freaky. Okay. Again, all is very simple, easy to understand. There's a bit more you can dive into if you are a bit more experienced, like the targets over here. I'm not going to here for today for this video, but I will go down to the effects plus over here, where we can see a ring mod, chorus, drive, and EQ. Let's add some character over here with the drive knob. Shaper. Go into the ring mod. Oh, that adds a lot of grit to it. That's sick. I like that a lot, actually. And then a few different things over here, like how much we want the velocity to change, if we want them to glide together, legato. We can change a couple of things in unison over here. Like, I like them a bit more merged over here than separated like this. This sounds a little bit too funky for me. Let's decrease that a bit. Having a bit more merged like that sounds good to me. Alright, so what can we take away here today for the Air Subfactory? It's going to be using real synthesis, giving you a lot more flexibility, but at the same time keeping it very simple by giving you very easy to understand settings for you to change, with a wide variety of wavetables combined with different samples as well, multiple different effects like drive and ring mods to help further change that preset that you made with the wavetables, and 12 different filter modes. Long story short, Air Subfactory is a solid base VST, giving you a lot of versatility with its settings without overcomplicating things. If you guys do want to go pick up Subfactory, there'll be a link in my description.